Welcome to Eye on the Tigers News. I'm Kiara Webster. Thanks for joining us today for the news we've been watching for you. The nation's capital bids its final farewell to the late former President George H.W. Bush on Wednesday in a service of prayer and praise that is drawing together world envoys, Americans of high office, and a guy from Maine who used to fix things in Bush's house on the water. A viewing for the 41st president at the Hush Capitol Rotunda closed Wednesday morning. One of the most poignant scenes came Tuesday when 95-year-old former Kansas Senator and presidential candidate Bob Dole saluted President Bush, the man who defeated Dole for his party's nomination. A ceremony at Washington National Cathedral, the nexus of state funerals, will cap 3 days of remembrance by dignitaries and ordinary citizens as they honored the Republican president who oversaw the post-Cold War transition and led a successful Gulf War, only to lose re-election in a generational shift to Democrat Bill Clinton in 1992. The 4 living ex-presidents are coming. Among them, George W. Bush will eulogize his father, and President Donald Trump will attend but is not scheduled to speak. President Donald Trump's former national security advisor provided so much information to the special counsel's Russia investigation that prosecutors say he shouldn't do any prison time, according to a court filing that describes Michael Flynn's cooperation as, quote, substantial, end quote. The filing by special counsel Robert Mueller provides the first details of Flynn's assistance in the Russia investigation, including that he participated in 19 interviews with prosecutors and cooperated extensively in a separate and undisclosed criminal probe. But the filing's lengthy redactions also underscore how much Mueller has yet to reveal. It was filed Tuesday, 2 weeks ahead of Flynn's sentencing, and just over a year after he became one of 5 Trump associates to plead guilty in the Russia probe, in his case admitting to lying to the FBI about conversations with the Russia ambassador to the U.S. Breaking with President Donald Trump, senators leaving a briefing with CIA Director Gina Haspel on Tuesday said they are even more convinced that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was involved in the death of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Senate Foreign Relations Committee Chairman Bob Corker said he believes if the Crown Prince were put on trial, a jury would find him guilty in, quote, about 30 minutes, end quote. Senator Lindsey Graham, who demanded the briefing with Haspel, said there is, quote, zero chance, end quote, the Crown Prince wasn't involved in Khashoggi's death. President Trump has refused the condemned MBS for the killing. China has issued an upbeat but vague promise to carry out a tariff ceasefire with Washington, but gave no details that might help dispel confusion about what President Xi and Donald Trump agreed to in Argentina. China has yet to confirm Trump's claim Beijing promised to cut auto tariffs and immediately buy more American farm goods. That has fueled doubts the weekend deal will lead to a lasting settlement of a fight over technology that threatens to chill global economic growth. The Trump administration raised doubts Tuesday about the substance of a U.S.-China trade ceasefire, contributing to a broad stock market plunge and intensifying fears of a global economic slowdown. Investors had initially welcomed the truce that the administration said was reached over the weekend in Argentina between Presidents Donald Trump and Xi, and sent stocks up Monday. But on Tuesday, after a series of confusing and conflicting words from Trump and some senior officials, stocks trembled, with the Dow Jones shedding about 800 points, or 3.1%. Cuba announced Tuesday night that its citizens will be offered full internet access for mobile phones beginning of this week, becoming one of the last nations to offer such service. Until now, Cubans have had access only to state-run email accounts on their phones. The Cuban government has been building a 3G network in cities across the island and some tourists. Cuban government officials and foreign business people have had access to it for several years. The communist-governed island has one of the world's lowest rates of internet use, but that has been expanding rapidly since President Barack Obama and Raul Castro declared detente in 2014. A 9-year-old boy has convinced the leaders of a small northern Colorado town to overturn a nearly century-old ban on snowball fights, and he already knows who his first target will be: his little brother. Dane Best, who lives in the often snow-swept town of Severance, presented his arguments at a town board meeting Monday night, and members voted anonymously to lift the ban. Dane's mother, Brooke Best, told the Greeley Tribune her son had been talking about snowballs since he found out about a month and a half ago that it was illegal to throw them within town limits. The last time it snowed, Dane said he and his friends looked around for police and joked about breaking the law. We woke up to a very cold temperature this morning. Here's Shannon with the forecast.
We'll see a mix of clouds and sun for the rest of the afternoon before the clouds take over. Those clouds will give us some flurries and isolated snow showers tonight. Thursday features cloudy skies and afternoon lake effect snow showers. Most of the heavier bands should be north of Mexico, but steadier snow in the afternoon could leave us with 3 or 4 inches. We clear out Thursday night, shutting down the lake effect after another inch or 2 falls. Friday is dry, but we're cold. And the weekend looks like some snow showers Saturday night, while Sunday looks dry with highs in the low 30s. That's the forecast. I'm Shannon. Have a great rest of your week.
Mexico boys basketball finally opens its season tonight. Here's Liam with sports.
Mexico boys basketball team will open its season tonight when it heads down 104 to take on Oswego. The Tigers are among a couple of teams that haven't played yet due to the weather postponing last week's opener. Oswego comes in at 0-2 after losses against Phoenix and New Hartford. Syracuse basketball was much the better team, despite not playing very well, as it ran past Northeastern 72-49 at the Carrier Dome last night. For a second straight game, the Orange offensive was two-man show, Elijah Hughes pairing with O'Shea Brissett. The two combined for 38 points, with Tyus Battles having won a rare night of offensive. The Orange held Northeastern to a seasonal low, 49 points, but Coach Jim Boeheim brushed that off as the Huskies simply missed a lot of shots in the second half. SU is home again on Saturday against former Big East rival Georgetown. President Donald Trump will attend Saturday's Army-Navy game in Philadelphia. The White House confirmed Trump's attendance to the Associated Press on Tuesday. Trump also went to the 2016 game when he was president-elect. Trump will be the 10th sitting president to attend Army-Navy, a tradition that began with Theodore Roosevelt in 1901. Barack Obama was the most recent president to attend the game in 2011 at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. That's it in sports. I'm Liam. Have a great day.
Operation Reindeer will take place tomorrow, December 6th from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Presbyterian Church. All staff and students are welcomed. Tomorrow, December 6th, there is no city due to 10th grade visitations. There are parent permission letters available in the main office to be excused during your city class time. Otherwise, you will be assigned a study hall in the Hungerford Library. Any students wanting to order a class ring, the representative will be here from Jostens tomorrow and Friday during lunches, outside at the cafeteria. A $60 deposit is required to place your order. That's it for this week. I'm Kiera Webster. Have a great rest of your week.